Since you really didn't want Louisiana's elected officials to have a happy new year, it's the Walt Bonetti Podcast.
Welcome to episode 3 of the Walt Bonetti Podcast for January 7th, 2019. I know time is valuable, and I certainly appreciate you spending part of your time with me. The Walt Bonetti Podcast is brought to you by our friends at the Original Italian Pie of Kenner, 3600 Williams Boulevard, just a little bit north of West Esplanade. Their phone number is 469-4999. They have incredible food, and you can call ahead and have your order ready for pickup, or they will deliver it to your home or your office. Also, our friends over at Capa Donut, 2321 West Esplanade in the Kenner Market Center. Their telephone number is 305-4858. Capa Donut is donuts and a whole lot more. And you can also call them ahead of time when you're on your way to work or wherever and pick up some great donuts. Just tell them what you want. They'll have it ready for you. It is that simple. Technology. What a wonderful thing. A little bit later, we're going to be talking about John Kerry, the former Secretary of State and presidential candidate, partying in the 7th Ward. A Louisiana judge who wants his $62,000 engagement ring back. Our dumbass of the day is actually a college and a woman with a serious texting problem. But now we've got some quick hits. I had an incredible meal over the weekend, and it was a sandwich. I had a muffalata at Gendousa's Italian Market in Rivertown. Well, actually, it was like a quarter of a muffalata because it was massive, stuffed with meat. Gendousa's makes a lot of great food, and I never had the muffalata there, and it was incredible. You need to definitely check that out at Gendousa's Italian Market in Rivertown. Since I went 1-3 on my pro football playoff picks this weekend, we're not going to talk about that. But now we know the Eagles will be playing the New Orleans Saints at 3:40 on Sunday afternoon. On November 18th, the Saints beat the Eagles 48-7, but this is a different Eagles team with Nick Foles at quarterback instead of Carson Wentz, who's out with an injury. I expect the Saints to win. We want the Saints to win, but I think it's going to be closer than 48-7. Although odds makers opened up the line with the Saints as a 9.5-point favorite. I think it's down to about 9 now, but still, 9 points. That's a lot. As I said, though, I expect the Saints to win and win relatively easily. But it would be great seeing Darren Sproles, who now plays for the Eagles, back in the Superdome. Sproles did not play in the November game. If you're looking for a bargain, the Kmart location at 2940 Vets, just a little bit east of Causeway in Metairie, is having a store closing sale. Everything is on sale, including 70% off all gold, silver, diamond, and gemstone jewelry. Drag Queen Storytime can be held at Lafayette's Public Library after an agreement was reached between the library and the ACLU. The agreement allows the library meeting rooms to be reserved for any constitutionally protected purpose. Earlier, a judge had ruled against the ACLU, but then they reached out and they and the library reached this agreement. The United States Postal Service is raising the cost of a first-class Forever stamp from 50 to 55 cents, the largest increase since 1991. Priority mail will also rise 10%. In 2018, the USPS lost $3.9 billion. So, the cost of us mailing a letter or package significantly increases, while the post office subsidizes Amazon.com's delivery. Ain't capitalism great? The Golden Globes were last night. I didn't watch them. But props to New Orleans' own Patricia Clarkson for winning Best Supporting Actress for Sharp Objects and giving a shout-out to her dad, Buzz, and her mom, former New Orleans councilwoman Jackie Clarkson. I had the opportunity on several occasions to interview former councilwoman Clarkson, and I always found that she never ducked a question, was always incredibly honest. Whether you agreed with her or not, she didn't duck questions, and you have to respect that from a politician. And like I said, props to Patricia Clarkson for giving a shout-out to her mom and dad. Much better than Christian Bale, who thanked Satan for giving him the inspiration to play Dick Cheney in Vice. If I didn't already have one, Christian Bale could be our dumbass of the day. New Orleans Mayor LaToya Cantrell kicked off Mardi Gras season yesterday by cutting the ceremonial king cake at Gallier Hall. There is no truth, however, to the rumor that Mayor Cantrell also gets to cut the line at Manny Randazzo's. The Jefferson Parish government building in Gretna was flooded this weekend due to a clogged fifth floor sink. Parts of the third, fourth, and fifth floors were flooded. Now, it would be really easy to make a Mike Yenny joke now, but the cleaning company Jani-King already claimed responsibility. So we'll give Jefferson Parish's sexual predator-in-chief Mike Yenny a pass on this one. Yesterday, Sunday, January 6th, was Karen Lancaster Day in Kenner. Now, I've known Karen for over 10 years, and she's an incredibly nice woman. She got the key to the city, which is something Ben Zahn will never give me, because the first thing I would do would be to change the locks. Now, Karen is too nice to think like that, so I think it's safe to say Mayor Zahn will be in his office today. But kudos to Karen on Karen Lancaster Day in Kenner. I have a couple of quick food notes for you. The self-proclaimed tuna king of Japan, Kiyoshi Kimura, paid 336 million yen, which is about 3.1 million US dollars, for a giant 612-pound tuna Saturday. The massive tuna was expected to sell for between 30 million and 50 million yen, which is 275,000 to 460,000 US dollars. But it sold for several times that amount. Quote, "The tuna looks so tasty because it's fat and very fresh," Kimura said. "It is good tuna, but I think I bid too much." Japan is the largest consumer of tuna in the world, and this purchase more than doubles the previous record auction bid of 155 million yen in 2013. Despite the government shutdown, federal prisoners are still feasting. Inmates at the Coleman Federal Correction Complex in Orlando, the nation's largest federal prison, were served herb-dusted Cornish game hens, cornbread dressing, gravy, rice pilaf, and an assortment of pies for Christmas dinner. New Year's dinner menu was grilled steak, black-eyed peas, mac and cheese, biscuits, and more pie. The Coleman Prison Union chief, Joe Rojas, said, quote, "This is appalling. We're not getting paid, and the inmates are eating steak. The inmates know about the shutdown, and they are laughing at us." In a statement, the Bureau of Prisons said the meals help, quote, "promote morale for the inmate population because they are separated from their families." Well, yeah, they're in jail. And now this. Hi, this is Walt Benetti for my friends over at the Original Italian Pie of Kenner, 3600 Williams Boulevard, just a little bit north of West Esplanade. The Original Italian Pie of Kenner features great food, and it is always freshly prepared for you when you order using the freshest ingredients possible. No heat lamps here. Not at all. Not like other restaurants. And you can call the Original Italian Pie at 469-4999. That's 469-4999. And they'll have your order ready for pickup or delivery to your home or your office. You can also order online at orderitalianpie.com. That's orderitalianpie.com. Whenever you are hungry, make sure that you think about my friends over at the Original Italian Pie of Kenner, 3600 Williams Boulevard. Call 469-4999. That's 469-4999. And eat some great food. With a name like Coppa Donut, you immediately think, it's just another donut shop. And yeah, Coppa Donut sells great donuts. But, like they say on TV, wait! There's more. Coppa Donut has apple fritters, eclairs, cinnamon twist, cinnamon buns, honey buns, great breakfast, sandwiches, smoothies, breakfast burritos, French toast, waffles. Now, does that sound like just another donut store? I think not. Coppa Donut is open from 5 a.m. to noon Monday through Friday and 5 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the weekends. Stop by for breakfast on your way to work and grab a couple dozen great donuts for your coworkers. You'll be an office hero. They will be telling stories about the day you brought Coppa Donut donuts to work for months. Trust me. That's Coppa Donut. Great donuts and more. 2321 West Esplanade in the Kenner Market Center. Coppa Donut. Great donuts and a whole lot more.
How do you get to 30 and not know about condoms?
Oh, God, I have an STD.
No, but you will. Every patient who comes in here for an STD test has one thing in common. They had a SWS. Sex while stupid.
Walt Benetti.
Hey, welcome back. Thanks again for spending part of your day with us. If you have any comments, suggestions, criticisms, anything at all, drop me a note. waltbradio@gmail.com. That's waltbradio@gmail.com, or go to our Facebook page, Walt B Space Radio, and drop me a line. Let me know what you'd like to hear on this podcast so we can make it better. Every Tuesday in January, Metro New Orleans area Chick-fil-A restaurants will be giving you a free Chick-fil-A breakfast item. Tomorrow, it is a Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit. Now, you're only allowed one per customer. So if you go to the Kenner location on Veterans Boulevard and you see a guy going back and forth to his car, changing his clothes, that would be me, trying to see how many free chicken biscuits I can scam from Chick-fil-A. I love Chick-fil-A. I really do. And they're not paying me to say that. I love the spicy chicken deluxe. I've got to tell you, spicy chicken sandwich, lettuce and tomato, it's incredible. And the waffle fries. Oh, the waffle fries. But we're talking about breakfast now. So make sure you get there between opening and 10 a.m. every Tuesday in January for a free Chick-fil-A breakfast item. Tomorrow, like I said, chicken biscuits. If it's free and it's food, you know it's for me. And it's Chick-fil-A. I love Chick-fil-A. A Louisiana appeals court judge is in court battling his ex-girlfriend over a $62,000 diamond ring. His ex says she's not giving the ring back. Judge Wayne Ray Chutz on Louisiana's First Circuit Court of Appeal is also seeking reimbursement of $30,000 to $45,000 in expenses he incurred on his ex's behalf, including the purchase of a Chihuahua and her Amazon Prime membership. Come on now. Amazon Prime is like $99. I know it's going up to $119 soon. But you can't let her watch Jack Ryan in peace. It's $99. Now, Chutz claims that he proposed to attorney Ellen Julia Clevenger in February of 2016. She moved in with him, and he then bought her the ring shortly after. Now, the pair never married, and Clevenger moved out in November of 2018 and took the ring, the dog, and her Amazon Prime account with her. Chutz claims the ring from Lee Michaels, which has a 2.1 carat diamond in the center, surrounded by more diamonds, was given, quote, in contemplation of a marriage that never occurred. Louisiana law considers engagement rings to be conditional gifts. Now, Clevenger counters that the ring wasn't a real engagement ring because the judge was never going to marry her anyway. Instead, she claims the ring was a gift to get her to go back with the judge after they split up and to get Clevenger to stop discussing marriage. She calls it a, quote, shut her up ring. $62,000 to shut a woman up. Come on, you can shut me up for half that price. Start a GoFundMe. I may shut up for a day or two, maybe 3. It all depends. How much money can you raise to shut me up? I guess I shouldn't be giving any elected officials ideas. I'm sure they're going to be lining up to see who can put in the most in the GoFundMe account to shut me up. Former Senator, Secretary of State, and presidential candidate John Kerry was in New Orleans Friday partying with Walter Isaacson of the Aspen Institute.
We are two wild and crazy guys.
Kerry was spotted sipping a Big Easy IPA at Bullett's Sports Bar in the 7th Ward. Our super secret NSA microphone was able to capture part of the conversation between Isaacson and Kerry. Here's what Isaacson had to say.
You are a madman. When you stole that cow and your friend tried to make it with the cow, I want to party with you, cowboy. The two of us together, forget it.
Earlier in the day Friday, Kerry met with New Orleans Mayor LaToya Cantrell and toured the World Trade Center building. Regarding Michigan Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib's call to impeach the MFer, meaning Donald Trump, Kerry told NOLA.com this.
I don't like the talk I heard yesterday. I think we can do better than that. And I thought it was unfortunate.
Yeah. Unfortunate is certainly one word to describe Congresswoman Tlaib's comments. What happened to bipartisanship? What happened to putting aside political differences? What happened to stopping pledging allegiance to a party and pledging allegiance to our country and doing the right thing? Unfortunate. Yeah.
Now, the Walt Bonetti Podcast Dumbass of the Day.
Today's dumbass of the day is American University in Washington, D.C., and the University of Washington at Tacoma professor Asao Inoue. Next month, the university will be holding a seminar for faculty to instruct them to stop giving grades to students because grades, quote, promote white language supremacy. At the seminar, faculty will be urged to do away with conventional standards of grading writing in favor of, quote, anti-racist writing assessment policies. The main session of the seminar is titled, quote, The Language Standards That Kill Our Students. Grading ain't just grading. Professor Inoue produced a video, and here's what he himself had to say.
Hello, my name is Asao Inoue. I'm the Director of University Writing at the University of Washington, Tacoma. I'm grateful and honored to be here to talk to you in this format about an important question. Let me get right to it. Why do we need to be aware of race and racism in the teaching of writing, and how might or should this awareness inform our teaching? Well, the bottom line is that race and racism construct much of the experiences of ourselves as writing teachers and our students. But let me give you a different answer that comes out of. The judgment of language is already a racialized and political act, and it must be presented to students as such. So now let me back up and offer some ways to think about how I've come to this statement. Language travels with people who use it. We don't have language if we don't have people. So language has always been, and will always be, tightly associated with certain groups of people. White racial formations have historically controlled schools and their standards because they have been in positions of control there. Most, if not all, standards used by writing classrooms, programs, and schools are deeply informed by a dominant white racial habitus, or a dominant white set of racialized habits that follow or have traveled with a white racial formation in the U.S. and other places.
So you spend tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of dollars on a college education. You take out massive student loans that you're going to be paying off for most of the rest of your adult life, only to go to college and find out that the way you speak and the way you write is racist. I mean, come on now. Why does everything have to be about race? Proper English should not have any racial connotations and certainly shouldn't be racist. Certainly not white language supremacy. It's speaking English. It's speaking properly and writing properly. How can that be a sign of supremacy other than intellectual supremacy? And is that a bad thing? And now it's time for our crime stories. But we are going to name names wherever possible. A Florida man is in jail charged with domestic battery after he became upset with his father for telling him that his father helped deliver him at birth. Robert Houston of Pasco County, Florida, which is right near Tampa, held his father down in a chair, yelled at him, and shoved a hot pizza in his face. Houston then got up and went outside and waited for police to arrive. Investigators found pizza on the chair and cheese and sauce everywhere. I wonder if Domino's delivers to jail. Do you use dating sites? Now, I never have, but I know people who have. But a Phoenix woman met a man on a dating website. It happens all the time, right? Not like this. Over a 10-month period, Jacqueline Addis sent the man over 159,000 text messages, including one where she told the man she wanted to turn his kidneys into sushi. The way to a man's heart is through his kidneys, right? One text said, quote, "Oh, what I do with your blood. I'd want to bathe in it." The two apparently went on one date before the man called things off. I wonder why. Maybe she mentioned the bathing in blood at the dinner table. I don't know that that's a first date thing. I don't know if that's a good icebreaker. Ad has pled guilty to charges of stalking and criminal trespass. She is currently in Maricopa County Jail with no bond. Thankfully, right? Well, that puts a wrap on today's podcast. Don't forget to support our sponsors, the Original Italian Pie of Kenner, 3600 Williams Boulevard, just a little bit north of West Esplanade. 469-4999 is their telephone number. You can call ahead. They'll have your order ready for pickup or delivery, or you can dine in as well. And Capadona, 2321 West Esplanade in the Kenner Market Center. 305-4858 is their telephone number. And you can call them ahead as well. They'll have your order ready. Just tell them, I want 6 glazed donuts. I want 6 filled donuts, whatever you want. They'll have it ready. All you have to do, dash in, dash out. And you can also park there. They have a special parking place. They'll bring your order to your car. How easy is that? Thanks again for listening and spending part of your day with us. And as we say every day, make sure you go out and you be a blessing. Change someone's life or change your own life today. You can do it.
Walt Bonetti,